And we are live.
How's it going, guys?
What's going on, loyal viewers and disloyal viewers alike? Uh, we will be back today. We're doing some more React nonsense. It's a lot of fun. Who doesn't love it? I know I do. Just going to check,
Uh,
make sure. So we're online here, and we will be online on YouTube, and that is good. Jason, how you doing?
I'm doing good, man.
It's good to hear.
Looking forward to some more React shenanigans. Hopefully, this time I don't. I can actually help you get some stuff on the screen.
Well, I got some bad news for you. I
So what's that?
Well, first of all, my bitrate is actually my bitrate's fine. It just says it's red, even though it's at like 6,000. Doesn't matter. Bad news. I got a failed to compile when I'm running the dev server. So we're gonna
Oh
have to
man.
fix that
So
immediately, and then we can go from there.
all right. Well, let's see your screen. Let's see what we can do.
Absolutely, that is right. I do have to share my screen with you so that you can see what's going on without having to wait for the latency of Twitch and or YouTube. So
Okay.
let me just open this bad boy up so that everyone can see what's going on. There we go. Hello, viewers. We are here today, and we're writing React. Node modules, React SSR. I probably just need to do a
Yeah. Let's do an npmi.
yeah. npmi. All right. Worst part of any project is running npm install. I hate it. Makes me so mad. Aside from all the other parts of using React, npm run dev. So it turns out it just doesn't want to work on. It simply does not want to work on Firefox. So we're just doing this bad boy on Safari. Perfectly acceptable web browser. Do I have anything salacious in my history? I don't. Let's try this bad boy again. Oh no. Error node modules, next dist build, webpack loader, CSS loader, source index, rule set 1 rules. Cannot find module dot slash util. Import trace for requested module. Yeah, it is not happy.
A moment. See if I get any issues when I build it locally for me.
Certainly. Irish Red Ales is in the chat, hitting me with the Primogen Sun emote. What's going on, Lucky? Everybody tune in tomorrow to see Lucky. We'll be writing some more C code. It will not go well. I can tell you that much for sure. So that's fun. Every single time I go live on Twitch, it gets me a notification saying you can manage your channel directly from your phone. But Twitch knows that I'm already managing my channel directly from my computer. So what's the point? Like, who cares? Like, do they expect me to be on my phone the entire time? Like, I already do that. I have more interesting things in my Twitch chat.
Did you use npm run dev?
Maybe? npm run dev. Yes.
Okay. Do me a favor and try turbo dev.
Just turbo space dev. I don't have turbo
Yes.
installed. npm -g install turbo pack
Mm-hmm.
or turbo pack, or is it turbo?
Just turbo.
Just turbo.
There's a lot of people have a propensity to name things turbo in the JavaScript ecosystem, and it is a little annoying.
All right, looks like I don't have the proper accesses, so we'll try this again with, there we go, added 2 packages. Turbo Dev. So what is this Turbo thing? What's this about?
So it's a turbo repo. It's a first of all, it's a faster dev server, and it also allows you to work with mono repos in a really nice way.
Interesting. I don't know much about
Um,
monorepos.
Basically, you just want to be able
Oh,
to
it's
put
still
your
mad.
mobile app.
Cannot find
It's uh,
module dot slash util.
hmm, that is odd. It's not. It's compiling just fine for me.
So if I
Um,
look up a tree, I did make some edits on this dev branch a while ago, and then I just merged the edits from main back into dev. Could that be the problem?
it could be. Let's just go ahead and just totally reset to what I have on GitHub, and we'll just add the files. We didn't have much from last stream, anyways,
Fair enough.
and we can have a blank slate.
Oh no. Oh no. Something's going on. Something. Oh, never mind. We're good. Git restore dot clear git y git restore source pages exercises word pair dot tsx. Oh great. Oh, it's mad at my terminal now. That's strange. Echo $sign term. Oh, it thinks I'm using an Xterm 256 color. That could explain it. Let's try this again. Get
Let's go ahead and put that in the TMUX session so I can hop in with you.
yes. All get pull get status. Why isn't get restore dot working? Something appears to be busted on my setup for some reason. I don't know why. I wonder. This is the problem with all this Linuxy type stuff. You end up with like just weird things that break from time to time. Just before we were dealing with this stuff.
No problem. Let's just go local. Screw it.
Well, that's no fun. Irish Red Ales posted a picture of me with wings. Mercy Wing 1, Mercy Wing 2. We ended up doing it locally last time, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
Let's see if it also builds properly from your local thing without having to do the without having to completely remove what we had.
So I just pulled the merge the dev branch, and you want me to merge in master as well?
Just go ahead and merge in dev.
Okay, npm run npm I, and then npm run dev. Oops. Localhost colon 3000. Hey, would you look at that? We're here.
Okay, sweet.
Let's get this bad boy going.
Alrighty. And go ahead and hit start growing for me, just to make sure that nothing's broken on the inside of it.
Looks to be
I think you
working.
logged in with your GitHub last time.
Oh, of course.
You were on Firefox last time.
Yeah. Love to see it. Localhost :3000. There we are.
Sweet.
We're in.
Alrighty.
This isn't the Alacrity window I wanted. It's painful. Stuff I have to do to get a Mac system to work half as good as my Linux system. All right. So we've changed schema.prisma, wordpairs.tsx, and wordpairs.tsx. Where were we last time? We were in component/wordpairs.tsx, weren't we?
That's correct.
Oops. Components/wordpairs.tsx. There we are. And we are in it, and this thing is complaining at me, which is fantastic. So we got cells, got cell props, we got a font provider button. We are in it. Oh, I just hit JK a bunch of times. Let's get back. There we are. Classic.
Every user's done it.
Yeah.
Okay, so instead of providing the user, what we're going to do is we're just going to figure out what we need from the user, and the only thing we really need is a font.
Okay.
So all we're going to do is
we'll do new type.
delete user from the requirements or from the type you've already got up there. No, we don't need to mock the user.
That's no fun. All right, fair enough.
Just replace the user with font in cell props.
User with font. Wait. This?
Yeah, just replace that font colon, and then there should be a font type available as well. Capital F font, and it should come up.
Font. Oh, it'll be that class. Okay. I cannot find font. Import from utils types.
Utils types.
All right. Got it. So then we'll do font equals font.
And then you got to change it in your arguments.
Fantastic.
Okay, so now what we can do is we can just for now we can give font a default value.
Okay.
And then when we load it in from user, we can use a use effect later on down the line to
remind me again what use effect is.
So think of use effect as use side effect. Something changes, a side effect happens.
Okay. That's right, and you can't nest these bad boys.
I wouldn't try it.
Yeah, those are the ones that are bad. Oh, Irish Red Ale says React is good, but have you heard of Svelte? He also says also React needs to be written in VS Code via WSL. Yeah.
Strong agree to disagree.
I mean, I would strong disagree, except it does seem like the way people do it.
Yeah, except you have the W and all of that. Which I find rather disgusting. I don't know about you.
I mean, I find it disgusting, but that's what everyone seems to be doing these days. I don't know. I mean,
no, I think it's more that I think it's actually more that you need to have it. You need to write it on Mac, or at least init your project on Mac.
Init your project on Mac. Okay, all right. That way you have a DS store that you have to git ignore.
Yeah, exactly.
Fantastic.
Is it a React project if that's not in your git ignore?
I mean, honestly, I don't think it is. Irish Red Ale says the W in WSL stands for win.
No, it stands for why the hell did I make these choices in life?
What does the SL stand for then?
Oh, no, that can still stand for a subsystem for Linux.
Why the hell did I make these choices in life subsystem for Linux?
Yep.
All right, fair enough. Asked and answered. Irish Radio says some lose, so it's win, some lose. uh, all right.
Alrighty, so now let's see if we can get something on screen. Yeah, let's just throw out that use effect for now. Oh no, sorry, leave it there. My bad. Leave it there.
Leave it there.
So let's see if we can get this up on your browser for. See.
We need to add in so we can say if not ID. We can say if not font. Font equals, what are we calling font?
Sans.
Just that.
Yeah, if you go to the type definition for font, just LSB, go to definition.
Yep. Oh,
those are all the fonts that we can have.
That makes sense. We'll do with single quotes as well, just to make sure it says. Whoops.
So JavaScript doesn't really discriminate between the two. I just made that decision.
Fair enough.
Arbitrarily when I first did it, and I just keep it consistent.
Makes enough sense.
So, at this moment, font is actually will never not be defined.
Yep.
So, from what you remember, how do we make it possibly undefined?
Oh, question mark.
Mm-hmm. So let's go ahead and add that to the to the cell props type definition. Wrong spot. Put it in, yeah, there we go. Almost. Warmer. There we are.
First try. Fucking nailed it. I'm a coding god.
Absolutely.
Yeah. People ask me,
so,
how did you get so good at React? I say, I don't know, born that way.
All right, so in use effect, because we have two things that can possibly change, we can then go ahead and add that to our dependency array.
Okay. Here?
Yep.
So this will be font ID.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So now we can go ahead and start making some divs and styling and all that stuff.
Making some divs. Love divs. So this is probably going to be in... This is just in the component, so we want to go into the page for it, right?
Yeah, I believe we already made a pages file for it.
Yep. So this will be, what's it called? Pages/WordPairs.tsx?
I believe so. .tsx, yeah.
Oh. Give it a second. Give it a second. It's got to index all of your node modules. All right, I'll just do it.
You're making a strong case for Telescope right now.
Yeah. Here's the problem. Everywhere but this nonsense, it works just fine.
By this nonsense, you mean the most prevalent front-end framework in the world.
The prevalent front-end, who cares? It's front-end framework. No, thank you. Oh, it's an exercises/wordpairs.tsx. That's why we can never find it.
There. And we can also throw user out. We'll just put a font and we'll
just ignore it. Yeah.
Because it's optional. Screw that thing.
Absolutely. Who needs it?
We will, hopefully, by the end of the stream.
All right. So we have this page. It's supposed to have a centered word thingy. So we need to add it to this page, right? So we can click on it, or we can just do slash.
You can navigate to it. So, yeah, /exercises. There we go.
It says test. Well, that's great. We have test.
Cool.
Test 1, test 2.
That's even cooler. All right. So I think that's just about the best button I've ever seen in the world. But what if we can make it better?
There's a way to make it better than this?
I know. It's shocking, right?
You are blowing my entire mind right now.
I know. These are the wonders of React.
Wow. Because, in Backend, I'm happy with that.
It's like, it got off the CLI? Damn.
Yeah, it's escaped. What are we going to do?
Oh, get it back.
So what do we do with this nonsense that's not in the CLI?
Well, let's go back to the page where we actually define the there. Oh, beautiful. Horizontal split. Love to see it.
But yeah, I don't know if you're being sarcastic or not. Is this? Do you not like this?
No, I do love to see it. It's gorgeous, flawless.
Now I don't know if you're being sarcastic about that.
Way.
I don't like this. I don't like this at all. Anyway,
I want to know my sarcasm and snark.
There will be no sarcasm on the Nate stream. How dare you, sir?
All right, so Tailwind is generally styled using class names on your using a class name prop on various divs.
Okay.
So font provider button already acts like a button with a few extra features that just create a font on the inside of them.
Okay.
So let's just go ahead and it does have a class name prop already on it. So let's just add the prop to it.
Okay.
And you should be able to just say equals a string, and your LSP should help you start to put some Tailwind styles on this.
Okay.
Well, it needs to be a string, my guy. There we go.
Oh.
All right, let's give it a background so we can see like what encompasses the button. So it's going to be BG.
BG. Oh, look at that.
So make it the most obnoxious color you can for now.
Lime 300. Love to see it. Whoa! Whoa! Okay. That was really fast.
All right.
This turbo thing is actually fast.
Yeah, hashtag written in Rust.
That would explain it. That's the dirty secret in the React community is that all the good stuff is written in Rust.
That's the dirty secret of the entire JavaScript in this of all of JavaScript is all the stuff that's fast isn't JavaScript.
Ah, just like Python with C++ and what's it called? C++.
Cue every Python programmer covering their ears and ignoring you.
No, I'm just using a high-level API for C++. Yeah.
I can run a loop, damn it! I can, I swear!
An awkward moment when 75% of your processing isn't in the actual processing. It's just going through a loop with Python. Oops. All right, so we got a Lime background on this bad boy, which is fantastic.
All right. I think this button, we need more of it.
We need more of it. Whoa! Rock Artist is gifting a tier 1 sub. Went to Ketsu. Ketsu, I better see you on here more often.
Yo, Rock Artist. You the man, dog. Alrighty, so. Well, actually, here's the next question. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be putting a bunch of these in an array at the end of the next component.
Okay.
So we can, and then we're going to be putting all of those into a grid, into just a CSS grid. Now we can either use the CSS grid to style the sizing of our buttons, or we can style them in here. That is completely up to you.
Let's do it in the grid. I already know how to style one of these bad boys. This is too easy. It's too easy.
Okay, so we'll just defer that for now. For now, let's make this a little bigger so we can see what we're doing, though.
Okay.
But just remember to delete that later.
Okay.
So let's go. So you have a width and you have height.
Okay.
And that's just with W dash or H dash.
Just right in here.
No, it's inside of the class
Oh,
name.
inside the class name. I see. I see.
Yeah.
Space W
So the one thing
dash.
about Tailwind, the one thing
Ooh.
about Tailwind is it gets kind of ugly because you get a massive string.
Ah, look at that.
You can also use
Okay.
padding to make it to change sizing as well.
This looks like a decent size. Do we want to go?
Yeah, that's good for now. We'll make it dynamic later.
Okay.
So we're just gonna delete those two properties later. Just delete the W and the H later.
Make this a two. Okay.
Oh, and you want to use a so it gets mad about standard JavaScript comments.
Oh.
You want to use a HTML comments.
Is that right?
That is correct.
It didn't like that. It really didn't like that. Oh, it's mad. Oh, it's mad.
Just put it outside of the CSS for now, or outside of the JSX for now. That's still probably gonna be bad. You want to put it probably outside of the return statement and then just make it a JavaScript comment.
I don't like this program. This game is bad.
All right, so those corners are kind of sharp right now. Let's go.
Those
Let's go
corners
ahead and
are
make them. There we go. So rounded.
Oh, I see.
Mhm. That's
Ah,
I generally I've gone with LG throughout the project. So
LG, like the corporation.
yep, that's good.
Man, I feel like an idiot doing this.
Okay, so when this button is clicked, if it's true, we want when this button is clicked, if the words don't match, we want that color to change, right?
Yes.
Okay, so there's two ways we can go about doing this. We can change the class name to be a formatted string
Okay.
and have some ternary statements inside of it that go to a Boolean condition that you handle on the click.
Okay.
Or you can just have class name equal a variable that you change in its entirety.
Ooh, I like that one. And I think I could do that one on my own, actually.
Let's try it.
Can I do two class names? Does it just add on to it if I...
No.
Shit.
So you just have to make class name like. So how do you declare a stateful variable? Do you remember?
Please. Use state... Oh, shit. I know I
Almost.
do
You're on
one of
track.
these bad boys. Var change var equals use state. I can't remember what the next part is. There's something else to it. I mean, there's obviously you gotta call this thing somehow. But
Okay, so you need to declare that it's a constant.
const. Oh, it's still mad at me.
And then you got to put something inside the use state.
What do you put inside the use state? The default.
The initial, the default, yeah, the
Oh, so
initial.
then I can put in like this bad boy in there.
Mm-hmm. Quotes included.
Quotes included. That's right, because it's a string. Boy, do I love strings. Strings are my favorite thing to work with. And it's still mad at me.
Var is a reserved keyword.
Now we'll do cell color. And then we'll do what's it gonna be? Set cell color? Something like that?
That is idiomatic way to do it. Yeah.
Okay. So then on is different. If it's not different, I'm not going to do anything. But if it is different, then what I'm going to do is do a set cell color. Is this a function that I call?
Mm-hmm.
BG dash red dash 500. It's probably one of them, right?
Yep.
Is this already this isn't already going to work obviously because I'm not referencing cell color. Can I just say like
So you just put cell color there instead of the quote, but you're also going to lose the rounded LG and the width of the height.
can I do like cell color plus and then the rest of this stuff? Does this do it?
You'll want to put that inside of curly brackets.
Okay, so then it
Braces.
just runs this as a function.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that didn't work.
Put a space before the W.
A space. Oh, look at that. Except that was why did it? It's different. But like I didn't click it. Maybe I reload.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Shit, son! Dog, this is crazy. You have no idea how little front end work I do. This is blowing my mind right now.
It was fun, I'll admit that. Now, we're also going to want to later check. Later on, we're going to want to say that they clicked the wrong button.
Dang it. Sorry, I'm annoyed that they're both on the same line.
I am too. Let's fix that.
This is not how you're supposed to do it.
That's not how I do it.
That's wrong. All right. Sorry, I'm
You're good.
getting a little carried away here.
I would change that in the class name.
In the class name.
So I would make all this a grid call. I would add grid call in front of W.
What do you say? Grid call
Calls 1.
1.
And put a space before it. Now before the 1. Okay, so
No,
think
I'm
about...
I'm a little stupid sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, fair enough.
Oh, and then make it a... Then you got to make it a grid, so just type grid.
Space grid. That didn't help.
Put each of the words inside of a div. Each of them needs to be inside their own independent div.
They all got to be inside their own independent div. Ugh.
That's how a grid works. Yeah, it stacks the divs on top of each other.
Oh, well, that's kind of fun. So at the end of this, we're gonna have a grid within a grid within a grid here. That'll be fun.
Like I told you, man, it's divs all the way down.
It's divs all the way down. Do I have to say div or can I just do one of these? Does this do a div for me?
Kinda. Although it takes out your ability to style them individually. No, fragments aren't good.
You see?
Yeah, fragments aren't going to work.
This is the experimentation I like to do here. We need to have those centered vertically, don't we?
Yes, we do. Where do you think we're gonna do that?
Brother, I don't know. I'm gonna.
So, if you wanted to apply to both of them, I would do it in the class name of the parent div because the parent div inherits most of the classes that you pass down to it.
Okay.
Snap center. What the hell does that do?
But we can find out.
Oh, I think that has to do with scrolling.
Oh. Text center. This probably
Item
doesn't
center.
vertically align. Item center. Okay. Oh, look at that.
There we go.
Oh, Rocky Artist says, "Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy." Getting my camera to focus on my finger. Yeah, boy. It doesn't work. Doesn't matter. Anyway.
Except the line is a little flawed right now because if they're not the oh no, if they're oh never mind, it is. So
Cool.
let's make it a little bit prettier by giving it a border as well.
Border. Is this one of these bad boys?
Mm-hmm.
I can't tell if there's a border on there or not.
There is. There's a black one.
I don't believe you.
Oh yeah, you also have to make it. You have to define how thick the border is. So it's border black, and then it's border width or border.
Wait, hold on. X, Y, T, T, right, bottom, left, color. Oh, these are all colors.
I think it's border W.
Border O.
Clearly, I remember this very well, or I just Google it every time I do it.
Okay, so this is a common thing. Got it.
Yeah, remembering all of the Tailwind classes is kind of a pain. Or we can also just not have them touching in the actual. We can also just put a gap between them in the final grid and not worry about it.
That sounds like a lot better of a move. Involves me writing less Tailwind.
You're going to be writing a significant amount of Tailwind no matter what, my friend.
Oh, I believe you. But any less Tailwind is still a victory to me. It's the little victories.
All right. So later on, we're going to have to figure out a way to make this register errors.
Okay.
And apply those errors to the general state of the whole thing.
Okay.
And then send off the errors and the time that it took to finish the game to the server.
Okay.
So for now, this is just to think about. We're not going to do it just yet. But do you want to? You have to learn a little bit more advanced React stuff to make this game work perfectly.
Advanced React.
So we can either use a state machine or we can use callbacks to get this done.
A state machine or callbacks. Okay.
I'm cool either way.
What's the positives and negatives of doing either?
Callbacks, you don't have to write another file. State machine is, in my opinion, a little easier to mentally work with.
Okay, let's go with that.
State machine?
Yeah.
All right. Cool. So we're going to be learning some Zustand. Sweet.
Zustand? What is that?
I mean, you got Google, dude.
Fair enough. Zustand. Bare necessities, the simple bare necessities.
Basically, it's a very simplified way of keeping a state between React components.
Hold on a second. This README is written for JavaScript users. I'm a TypeScript expert.
You also have a whole state machine you can copy and paste from. You have several of them.
Ooh, beautiful. I like the sound of that.
They're located in the stores directory.
All right.
But we're getting a little ahead of ourselves. If you just want to take a quick look, though.
Let's check the use cube store.ts. All right, I see. So we got Zustand going. Got this bad boy. Current increment reset. Persist. Current increment reset. Cube state storage. Export default. Use cube store. Okay. I can confidently say that I fully understand everything that's going on in here.
Sweet.
But for the viewer, if you could explain what this means.
All right. So it's a how to describe this? It's an overcomplicated way of making an object that exists within that you can access through different components.
Okay.
So set is a method of this object.
Okay.
And then it can take an object, and then it can take an object current, which will default to 1, increment, which is just a function that you can call through it, and reset, which will set it back to 0. And set is the state of the whole thing.
Okay. Okay.
So, do you know what generics are in TypeScript?
I know what generics are.
So, if you look right after create, that is a TypeScript generic. So it allows you to define the type in line. So you have current, which is a number, increment, which is a void function, and reset, which is a void function.
Okay.
And then you have to do a little bit of curring magic, so you just call in line.
Okay.
Don't worry about it. Just that part you can copy and paste. You just have to worry about setting up what you want it to do, the defaults for each of the values and how you change them.
Okay. So should I copy this now?
We don't have to worry about that right this second. Let's get our grid set up.
Let's get our grid set up. Okay. We're probably going to do the grid up here, aren't we?
No, we're going to do it. Let's do it inside the same file, because it's still going to be one component.
Okay.
It's just the cell is kind of a sub piece of the component.
I see. So is it no longer going to be the default function here?
Yeah, so it's no longer going to be the default function. We were just doing that so you could see it.
All right, fair enough.
In fact, we don't even have to export it.
Oh, of course, 'cause it's only going to be used within here. So we'll do a new export default function. What should we call this?
Let's keep the cell props with the cell.
Oh, yeah, that's a good call. So we'll call this bad boy what, word pairs?
That works for me.
All right. I did this wrong, didn't I? I did.
There we go. Okay, so now let's give it a type. Let's give the props a type.
Give the props a type. Okay. So we'll
similar. So you can define the type of cell prop. So you define the type of cell props.
Yep.
So pairs type or pairs props or whatever you want.
Pairs props. All right. Type pairs props equals something.
So I'll let you drive for now. So what do you want to pass into this to make it work?
So obviously we are eventually going to want a user, but we'll take the font instead. We'll want probably a list of pairs of words.
Do you want to get that on client, or do you want to get that on server, or do you want to get that in the pages area, or do you want to get that as just built into calling this function?
I suppose I would probably want to pass it in, though it is Yeah, I'm gonna go with pass it in. Final answer.
Okay. I would have gone the other way. I would have called it natively, personally.
Frost Jack says incoming. Welcome to the old community, Frost Jacked. We're getting dangerously close to 100 followers. Anyway, so if we pass it in, of course, then we can make this thing a little bit more self-sufficient. Doug Lance followed me. Whoa, Doug, I know you. And you threw down a Prime sub. Everyone, Prime sub. Appreciate the Prime sub.
Prime sub.
See, I was able to lure Doug in here with my. Speaking of React, he. Whoa! Getting rated by 28. This is insane. All right, now I got to put on my A game. Oh boy, Cloudsy, appreciate you as always.
Yo, Brad, what up? Thanks, man. I was in his stream earlier and I told him I was doing this.
Oh, that's great.
What's up, guys? Now you can hear me talk crap in real life instead of just in chat.
This is amazing. Anyway, so for those of you that just rated in, hello, Lipo Lane. I am a backend developer. I write Go. I have no idea how React works. I'm awful at it. And JasonB is helping me through it.
Yeah,
you know?
I'm a junior full stack developer, but I've got some React food behind me. So
if you want to watch someone be competent, this is not it. I'm bad at this.
Anyways, so
Frostjacked, I don't think put on my A game and coding and React are compatible. We'll find out, won't we?
All right, so I would argue you would only want one prop, really, for this.
We only want one prop.
And that's just going to be the number of word pairs that are going to be different. And then the rest of them will be the same word.
And we'll get the rest. Okay.
Yeah, and then the rest of it will just make this whole thing completely self-sufficient.
Okay. Different ones, probably bad name for a variable.
Not the best name.
What?
Not the best name. No.
Let's call it. Lipo Lane. I see you kept the tab sizes. I like 4 or 6, however many space tabs I have. Maybe it's 8. No, it's 8. It's pretty bad. I tried changing it once, and then it didn't work out. Anyway,
I'll just go with diffs.
Diffs. All right, so let's destructure diffs over here. Got all my terms down.
Until I can think of a better name for that. Which chat, help us out here.
Chat.
I'm sure you have more mental capacity than I do.
Diff count, says Doug Lance.
Diff count, that works.
Yeah, that works.
You want to explain to chat what we're building real quick?
We are building a research project on how people's eyes and brains work for that includes all these fun games that most of them suck. I'm not going to lie to you. Let's what was the one that I really hated?
The Schulte table by 7.
Schulte table by 7. Oh yeah, that's right. I'm getting flashbacks. Where's the 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
it helps.
8.
I can personally attest to it helping, but it was kind of painful.
10, 11, 12, 13. So it's about speed reading. Basically, the idea is if you get really good at these stupid exercises, eventually you become the mega speed reader and you'll be able to, I don't know, read through dictionaries in 10 seconds.
And then just, yeah.
Yeah. Clearly, I'm not a speed reader.
It's really amazing.
I'm not going to do any more of that.
So what we're doing right now is we're trying to make a new exercise for this, where you have a grid of paired words, and most of them are the same. The two pairs are the same, but some of them have two different words that look very similar. And you find the ones that look very similar as quickly as you can.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't have, and I've already got a couple of those thrown up in an API for him to use later on once we get to that point.
Fantastic. So this,
which actually we're almost there.
Yeah, we're pretty much there. We gotta get the words from somewhere, right?
Yeah. For now, we'll just hard code them in.
Okay.
Because we want to make, before we have to worry about what is and isn't defined and what's null and asynchronous crap, let's get stuff on screen.
Yeah. So of course we're gonna want to return something from this bad boy at some point.
Yeah. That would be
oh. And then is it also going to be a it's not going to be a front provider button. We already have buttons. So we need one of these grid bad boys. Is that a div? I feel like
you are going to want to start with a div.
Haha. I've already mastered React.
Pretty much. You can make a div and center it. So
centering a div, I heard that was some senior engineer stuff.
I know. You're scaring me how fast you're going through this.
I have that effect on people. So it's gonna be a grid. I assume 4 columns, 5 columns, 6 columns, 10 columns.
We can play with it.
All right, fair enough. And then we'll probably want it to be. Do you have to say how many rows there are?
No, it just figures that out. You can put rows, but it'll just figure out the rest.
So then inside of this, we will want to do
it's a grid.
Sorry.
You have to put grid before grid calls. I know it's stupid. It should just infer that, but it doesn't.
Great, love to see it. So then the next thing we want to do is we probably want. Oh, this is mad at me. Instead of a cell, it should be a word pairs. And then of course none of this is right. Let's do diffs equals 10. Oh, it's mad at me.
Needs to be in braces.
Needs to be in braces. 10. Oh, it's still mad at me.
It's not diffs.
You're right. It's diff count. Thanks, Doug.
Thanks, Doug, for helping our naming conventions.
He says no problem.
Okay, why is that mad?
Diff count number. Is 10 not a number?
No, that's a number.
10 was a number.
Hover it and see if it gives you anything else.
Not assignable to intrinsic attributes property. Diff count does not exist on type intrinsic attributes.
Huh?
What?
Wait, did you import word pairs?
You know what? I only imported cell. I'm an idiot. I don't know how this works. What's wrong with this? Word pairs. Oh, great.
That should. Oh. Just make that page. That's what I always do.
Page.
And it's not mad. Sweet.
I think it's still mad.
A different part of it's mad.
Oh, different error. Beautiful. All right, so it's mad, but like, who cares? Grid calls doesn't infer grid because you can have subgrids. Grid calls doesn't infer grid because you can have subgrids.
Oh, okay, I
So
buy
you
it.
do grid calls inside of a grid? Well, if that's the case, then we don't need grid down here. But we're not going to do that. We're not going to worry about that.
We do because that aligns it.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't like this.
It's a whole thing.
Okay.
Just slap a cell in there, would you? For now, just slap one cell in there.
Cell.
It's not quite. It's just a HTML element now.
Cell. And then we want to put in all that other stuff. Font equals sans. And then we'll do word one equals ABC. And then word 2 equals XYZ. Couldn't find the X key for a second. Is this right? Am I doing this right?
Yeah, that should be right.
Hell yeah.
Why are you mad?
This is a question we all need the answer to. Div, class name, item center, justify center, min, H screen, unexpected token, div, expected JSX identifier. Word pairs.tsx71.
Oh, wait, huh? What?
7-1. This isn't a problem.
Huh?
What? Exercises, word pairs, that's this one. Line 7. Number 1. Is mad at my used state.
Go ahead and delete it for now.
Yeah, we're not even using that. Or that.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Thanks, Doug Lance. A little too slow on the draw, but thanks.
All right. Make sure it's still clicking right.
Clicking. Boom.
Sweetness. Okay. All right. So now we need a bunch of them.
All right. So how do we do a for loop? I'm guessing we define a function that generates a bunch of them, and then we return a bunch of these bad boys from the function.
What I would do.
How do I do that?
So JavaScript is closure friendly, so you can just define an inner function for word pairs.
Yes. Oh, I hit the wrong button. Oh, what I hit. Oh no. Oh no, what are we doing in Cube Store? Okay. Ooh. Classic Vim maneuver. The old.
Not quite yet. The old. What the hell did I hit?
Yeah. Anyway. So we'll say generate grid equals a function of some sort, but I don't want to say the word function because that's not how the cool kids do it. I want to make it closure. And to do that, nope.
Okay, so
That's not right.
Not quite. It needs to be a constant function.
Const.
Because when you define, you have to define if it's mutable or not, and its scope.
Okay. Is this otherwise correct?
I like to just use the function syntax personally, but that's just me.
I was trying to skip the function syntax. Function.
Okay, so no, you don't need to put it there. You just need to put it instead of const function, and you don't need to put the equal sign.
function. Also,
and then you don't need the const. You don't need the const.
Oh,
Functions are constant by just they are constant.
okay. Boy, do I love this language. All right, so we have generate grid, and then we'll want to do.
So what I would do is I would take all the ones that are going to be different. Take a number of take the diff take the number of them that's going to be in the for diff count, append onto an array of JSX elements.
I do I have my syntax wrong? Have I already screwed this up?
No, you got that.
Oh.
Let I.
So then we'll do a. Let's not worry about that. Probably want to just say cells equals an empty array of some sort. Probably let that since it's going to be mutable.
No, it can be constants because we're just going to use the dot append function.
What is that about?
So it's when you declare an array in JavaScript, well actually it's always an array list. It's not an array under the hood. And what you're really doing is you're declaring a pointer to the start of the array list.
Oh, so that pointer is not going to move. You're just going to be adding on to it.
Mm-hmm.
Except under the hood, it will be moving it around because it's not actually a pointer.
Yeah, it's a dynamic pointer, but tomato, tomato.
A constant dynamic pointer that can change. So it's a pointer to a pointer that changes.
JavaScript, everybody.
This is beautiful. This is a good language. Whoever came up with this language, thumbs up. Certainly glad you didn't leave it the functional language it should have been.
I mean, we do. They did it in 2 weeks, so that's impressive. However, whoever decided that they only had 2 weeks needs to be slapped.
It was supposed to be a beautiful and small Lisp-like language, and yet we have this.
So, do we have generate cells, or do we want to define it?
We'll define it in a minute. Cells dot append. Is that not what I call? Is it not append?
No, it's not push.
Push. Well, that's actually pretty reasonable.
Yeah.
And then
it's not what they know, but it's still.
Then total cells minus diff count. Sorry, I cut you off there. I plus plus let cell equal. Can you guess what I did with this true and this false?
I can see what you're doing.
So we'll do a good old function and generate to cell, and then we'll do do you really have to spell out Boolean every time you want to do a Boolean?
Yes.
You can't do bool?
I mean, you can just let the LS. You can do bool enter and let the LSP take care of it.
It said boo. That scared me.
Ah.
I thought that was really funny. I really think that's funny. Anyway.
Okay, so if you're going to be doing it, so this is slightly different than the way I would do it. If this is the way you're going to be doing it,
well, how would you do it? I don't want to come in your code base and screw all your messing with your mojo. This is just
no, it's not in a way that I wouldn't. It's not.
It's not how you wouldn't do it. You just wouldn't do it. I got you.
I just would have approached it slightly differently. It's just the diff count. You might need more. Actually, no, you don't need more props. You can still We can still get away with this. What we're going to want to do.
Oh, we need an ID for all of these, don't we?
Yes, we do.
That's gonna be a hassle.
Honestly, they can just be a UUID for all I care.
Those are tough to generate. They only have to be unique across this page, not across the entire universe, right?
Or you can just call the UUID function that's already like imported and included in the repo.
You can just use the UUID function when you're generating the cell. So
Yeah, fair.
how do we make this cell? I don't. Do I just call the function cell? With
You can just call it as a, or you can just call it as a JSX object, just like as a like a piece of HTML.
how do you do that?
Um, Greater than doesn't even have to be in a parenthesis
Doesn't even have to be a parenthesis.
because it's only a single.
Oh, something just happened. Oh no. Something bad has occurred. I can't hear you if you're still there. Test. All right, so I still have audio. Oh, this is not good. This is not good. Jason, you there? Oh no. Nope, looks like Discord is no longer playing sounds to me. Man, I wish I didn't get rid of my technical difficulties screen. That'd be really useful about now. Hello?
Hello.
All right.
Hello.
I don't know what happened, but something broke on my end, and it seems to have come back.
Huh. Weird. Shall we
Weird.
continue?
Yeah. Let me share my screen with you again. I can't. I don't know what happened, and I'm not happy about it.
We shall troubleshoot after screen.
There's no troubleshooting. It's fixed. That's what
Yeah,
scares me.
Okay, so you want to see a little bit of JavaScript magic?
Yeah. I mean,
Okay,
no,
so
there's enough magic, but
so delete let cell equals generate cell, and just put generate cell inside of cell, inside of the cells dot push.
oh, just this. This is it.
Yep.
This is.
I personally think it looks a little cleaner, but that's just me.
I'm used to Go where I would expect something like generate cell to have a possible failure condition, and then I just like, all right,
It could for all we know.
yeah, you know.
It's a great language they can throw. So
All right, so let's do one of these. Let's do a different Boolean. If Different.
Different has to be inside the parentheses.
Different has to be inside the parentheses. Oh,
No,
that's right. Yeah. These if statements. It can't figure out that everything in between the letter F and this thing is a bool.
Then I would just directly return a cell from there. So just return and then make the JSX element of a cell.
Return.
Don't even have to enclose it. There you go, cell. And then give it the props you want it to have.
So for now, we'll just freestyle some props.
Yeah, for now, we'll just give it... Yeah, for now, we'll just freestyle some props.
Okay. So a cell needs 2 words, an ID, and a font, but only maybe a font and only maybe an ID. So we'll just give it 2 words. Cool. And we'll do a good old else. Yoink. Paste-a-rooney. Format should have done that, but let's not worry about it. YOLO for both. Why is it
Sweetness.
Why is it mad at me? Did I do something wrong?
Oh, you need to close the yeah, you need to close that up. Close the JSX object down. Well, yeah, on both of them.
There we go. So then we never made up this
The count.
total cells.
For now, let's gonna be 16. Let's go 16.
16. Go. Only did 1.
You haven't put the function into the...
I didn't put the function into the thing.
Into the main.
I'm not,
into the,
yeah.
yeah.
So then this will be... This is just... All right, neither of those worked. That was my only 2 ideas.
Go back up to generate grid.
Yep.
Just capitalize G.
Capitalize G.
Wait a minute, generate grid. You never return anything on generate grid.
That would make sense. Oh! 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 Oh!
It's genius.
This is some good stuff. I don't like how any of this works, mind you. I really don't like this.
It can be made a little prettier, but you're doing a good job so far.
This is like hurting my brain, and not in like the good hurty kind of way, where you're like, oh wow, new information. It's like I'm just filling my head with nonsense. Irish Red Ale says, bro, it's just JSX. Yeah, that's the problem. It's JSX.
So, it's kind of ass without some gaps in there, isn't it?
Yeah, this is much better than this, and I assume the other direction will be the same.
Yeah. Well, the other direction isn't going to change anything because you don't have any gaps in there. So what this is doing is, if you go into your into your pages function, your page function up there.
Yep.
And you give it a background, so just BG white.
Inside of this?
Yeah.
BG white.
You see now? Do you see why it's expanding like that?
No.
Okay, so you're right now this div that you have returned here is your entire page. So do me a
Yes.
favor and just put another div inside of it.
Another div inside of it.
And give it a class name of BG White.
Oh, I see. So now it's only that. So I need to make this div take up the whole thing.
Yeah, so now you can just go give now you can give it its own width.
Wait, width? I thought we were dealing with height right now.
Now right because now it's too wide.
Oh, it is too wide. You're right. So we do. Oh, that didn't work.
W.
W.
W dash. And now let's just go with auto.
It didn't. There wasn't one of those. Oh wait, there was. Why didn't it? Yeah, whatever.
Okay, so right now it's filling the whole thing.
Okay. So we probably want some sort of border around it. Not border. Offset.
Some kind of limitation.
Okay.
So inside of your trying to think of how I would style this out. Let me look at how I actually did style this. I'll be back shortly.
All right. In the meantime, all of you in the
I'm
chat.
still, I'm still here. I just
Yeah, I got you. I'm
not
still
looking at the screen.
Yeah, fair enough. No worries. I'll just entertain the chat for a moment. Everyone, make sure to bully Irish Red Ales. Not today though. You have to come back tomorrow to bully him. He will be on. We will be coding some C. However bad you think I am at React, I'm worse at C, and so is Irish Red Ales. So you get to see an absolute shit show. We're learning how to parse a Markdown document in C. It's real bad. We're using GDB and some other tools, mostly GDB. A lot of fun, a lot of laughs, a lot of gab, a lot of everything. So make sure to come back tomorrow. Come back tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern time, Tuesday through Friday. That's when I'm streaming. Mondays soon will happen as well, but that's like a whole thing. I gotta do a bunch of work to get that ready to go. What's going on?
Okay. So make your first div a grid.
Make my first div a grid. This one?
One second, let me pop back over to you.
This big
Yes,
fat
that
div?
one.
All right. Make this bad boy a grid. Grid. Whoa! That was pretty good.
There we go. And you can also take out the item center and justify center. No, inside of your class name.
Oh. Well, I didn't.
No, I didn't like that. Oh, you can put those in the second. You can put those down in the. Yeah, okay, just take out that. There you go.
Spelled Cinder wrong there. Hope nobody screen caps that. Oh, that's not right. We wanted.
Okay, so now make this class name a flex.
This one can be flex.
A flex and then flex call.
A what?
Flex call.
Call.
Flexible number of columns inside the flex.
Okay.
There you go. Now it's centered.
So we've just centered a div?
We have just centered a div completely and totally.
All you back-end idiots couldn't do that. I don't know what any of this means. I'm so lost. So I have a justify center and a justify center and item center and an item center. Which ones are the necessary ones? I
The
guess since we
second
put the flex
ones.
here, we don't need these here.
Yeah.
All right. Ah, there we go.
Sweet. Nothing happened. Okay. Now we can go back to our components and fix this squish togetherness.
Yes.
And it's very complicated. Gap dash 2.
Gap dash 2. Whoa! The code defender? Is it code defender or is it code fender? Well, you followed me anyway. Appreciate it. We're at 99 followers. You know what happens at 100 followers?
What happens? We have 100 followers.
I haven't come up with anything. I have 100 followers at that point.
You code and React exclusively for a month outside of work?
Absolutely not. Code Fender, short for Code Defender. Welcome to the chat, Code Defender. Thanks for joining us. Feel free to talk mad shit about my abilities in React. I'm not good at it.
We're trying to fix that.
Yeah. I'm honestly more confused than I was before.
I want to walk through everything and see if you can, if I can correct any misconceptions you have.
All right, let's start out here. So up here is a bunch of nonsense. Did I get it?
Yeah, pretty much.
All right, default function page. This is what's run when somebody imports it. So like page is like one of these bad boys. So when they import page, actually I don't know what the default does because you could just do import page from whatever this file is, couldn't you?
So you would have your default is just what happens when you import the whole file.
Oh,
think of it as your main main
function. Why you
function.
import component / wordpairs.tsx, then you get page.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. All right. So of course this run inside it, or this return returns a TSX thingy, which becomes JavaScript basically. Code Defender says, which code editor is this to use to seeing VS Code? This is NeoVim. This is NeoVim, my friend, with LSP and a bunch of configs. You can find those configs on my GitHub. It's linked somewhere, I'm sure. So we have a div, which we need 100 zillion of for anything in React, apparently. Class name, of course, after 10,000 compilation steps, becomes the class in CSS, or the class in the HTML. Which
actually only 2,000. Actually only 2,000. Quite efficient by JavaScript
only
standards.
2,000. Wow. Then of course inside here we have some. I forget what that CSS abstraction is called.
Tailwind
CSS, which has a whole bunch of nonsense that you can add. So we got a few divs in.
It's more sensible than vanilla CSS.
I almost understand some of vanilla CSS, so I beg to differ. So then, of course, we're throwing in a new word pairs object. We're using the TSS syntax to generate it instead of doing it with a regular JavaScript call. Diff count, of course, is 10, which has to be in brackets for some reason. Aren't these closures? These look like closures.
Kind of. Basically, you're saying
there.
this is a JavaScript object, is what you're saying.
So I'm saying it's a JavaScript 10 because there's no such thing as an HTML 10. But for some reason, they believe that there's an HTML string 10, which there isn't, but don't worry about that. Right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. So then, of course, it calls into this word pairs. This is a function. Everybody knows how to do function. We've already gone over returning TSX. Another function, easy peasy. Returning more TSX, easy peasy. A type, which the JavaScript people in here would never know, but I write Go, so I know what that is. Use state is fun. So when you use state, it generates a state object that is just a wrapper around the same thing you have, and then a version of that thing that can get changed all over, and it tells React something to make it regenerate stuff that's based on it. And then it gives you a function that you can call with whatever you would set that variable to, and then it does Reacty things when you call that function. What else?
So The proper language for what you just said is that it refreshes the DOM at that location.
Refreshes the DOM at that location, the dominatrix at that location. So then, of course, you have what's it called? Destructuring,
Yes, that is correct.
which is kind of
Array
neat.
destructuring.
Just pulls out. Was it one more time?
Array destructuring.
Okay.
There's also object destructuring.
Yeah. So you've got an array destructuring, which is actually kind of neat. Pulls the stuff out of an array, treats the array like it's, I don't know, a tuple in other languages, and grabs all the stuff, puts it into the scope, which is pretty neat. We have the same thing going on up here with an object.
Object destructuring.
Yeah. So then we've got a standard function, use effect. Frankly, I still don't know what use effect does. You explained it earlier. I don't remember.
So when something inside of that little array at the end there changes, it does the thing
Mosh
inside of it.
1811 has followed. Is that my 100th follower?
I think that is.
Uh,
Yeah. React for a month outside of work. We're gonna have a very angry Nate.
Oh, this is the mask I have to wear to write React outside of work. It's a very deranged clown mask. That's not even what I was looking for. I don't know where's my. Here we go. This is what I want to wear. All right. Let's get back to work. Yeah, so what does use effect do again? You know what? Don't explain it again. I don't want
If
to
something
know.
if something inside of that little array changes, it does the function.
Okay, so if anything inside of the array changes, it does a function. And the things people get screwed up is they put use effects inside of, they put use states inside of use effects and use effects inside of other use effects, and you get infinite loops, and it breaks the whole thing, and it ruins your life, and your girlfriend leaves you, and whatever. You descend
Actually,
into
wait a minute.
alcoholism
No,
and eventually die.
they make the mistake that you did here.
What do I do here?
You changed a dependent function. You changed a dependent value inside of a use effect.
You told me to do this.
I did, but it's not, don't worry about it. It's not going to change anything here, because the if statements will drop afterwards and only run twice. But if you didn't have that if statement catching it, then there might be an issue.
So I've had that like up here someplace, the if statement. Like
No, that's fine right there.
But could we just do this and then move this up to here someplace and then completely get rid of that use effect?
The idea here is that we want to listen for the change in those because they're possibly undefined. So we're giving them a default value.
All right, fair enough. So it'll run once, and then it'll give them default values, which will make it run again. I actually want it run thrice. Because it'll run once, and then this ID will change, which will trigger another run, and the ID will already be set, so then it'll run the font, which will trigger another run, and then it won't run after that, so 3 runs. You can do default values in the props. Is that something we want to do? You still there? Hello? It appears we've lost JasonB. Maybe not. This is fun. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's what happens when you try to apply logic to a JavaScript developer. Yeah, they get broken. Could it be a problem on my end? I'll restart Discord. Bum 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 ba da 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 da. Bum 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 ba da 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 ba da 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 da. Bum 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 bum. All right, well, he's gone from the stream. So I'm just gonna freestyle this. I still got some time left in the stream. Let's see. Code Defender says, on what technologies have you worked in the backend? Mostly Go, a little bit of Python, but mostly Go. And I swear I'm very good at Go. And then in addition, I've done a little bit of Swift UI work. My wallpaper changer application is done in Swift UI. It's beautiful and it's perfect, and you can't take this away from me. Let's find one that. There we go. Feel free to download it. Runs on Windows, Mac OS, Linux, all over the place. Irish Red Ale says Go is Python. Yeah, correct. 100%. Go is absolutely Python. They are the same language. There's no differences. There's no distinctions. There's no anything. Go is in fact Python. So thanks for mentioning it. A very important and true fact about Go being Python, because they are the same. All right, chat. We're gonna get this thing going before JasonB gets back. We will have this done, unless he's hitting me up in general. Welcome, Codefender, to the Discord. Thanks for joining. Anyway, yes, install Pape Changer. And Pape Changer, it's a fine project. I work on it from time to time in here. Anyway, so we have these, and they do this. So we're probably going to want some call to the API backend that has been set up for me to generate these old words. So we'll have to figure out. Oh yes, Pape Changer does work on Hyperlin, GNOME, i3, etc. Shout out to my boy Irish Red Ales for adding Hyperlin support. All right, JasonB says his internet is bugging out. So while his internet bugs out, let's ruin this code base. So the first thing we're gonna want to do is delete the entire thing. No, I'm not gonna do that. But I'm just gonna do a little discovery here. So we have some stuff, hooks. Let's see what's in this hooks bad boy. No, this isn't gonna be useful. Middleware, server styles, utils. I want to figure out where these backend things are coming in. Maybe it's this API.ts. Is this where it's calling backend stuff? TRPC. I don't know what TRPC is. Okay, so it's probably not that. Is it in types? Oh, this is fun. I don't know what any of that's about. All right, I think that's it. It's that. Jab the Dev Boy and Mosh 1811 agree. It's in routers. Where's routers? Server, API, routers, collector. Oh, Jab the Dev Boy. That's right. It's that routers. API/routers. Source. API. No. Where was API? I'm dumb. Source. Components, hooks, pages, server. server API routers app.ts. All right. Okay, so we're last word pair. This might have something to do with this word pairs thing I'm trying to set up. Input dash last word pair. So we got get random words. So that's fun. Oh, interesting. So there's some language nonsense we have to figure out. So that's going to be fun. Get words, limit length. Get random words, limit length. Get words. It certainly does, says Jason. All right. All right. Exercises, props master, public procedure. Create speed test router. Create next exercise router. So it's definitely going to be in this get words thing. So it's going to be get words, words returned, word length, language. Unless it's something else. Get words, limit length. Get random words. Size, number, language, language. So the language is probably going to be part of the user struct. So I'm going to ignore that from now and just pass in English. Okay, so this will be fun. Nope. All right, let's open this bad boy back up. Edit, source, pages. Actually, no, we don't even need to be in pages. Components, word pairs.tsx. Jason, you might or might not need to limit length depending on styling. Jason, don't even worry about it, dude. I got this from here. No need to say anything. I was lying. I'm actually a master React dev. That's not true. Anyway. So, utils API. Is this the right API? Let's try one of these bad boys. API dot. Next exercise filthy. That wasn't the API I wanted. Let's split this window. Throw open the old terminal. Actually, I didn't want the terminal. Let's split this window. Go back to where I was before. Source. Server. API. Routers. App. So we want get random words. So we'll do import get random, get capital random words from slash server slash API slash routers slash app. Definitely doing this wrong. It doesn't matter. Cats unplugged my damn Wi-Fi, says Jason. Got to watch out for the cats. Has no default export. Oh. Does that mean I have to do this thing? It probably doesn't. Oh, it's not declared. Is there one that is declared? This one looks the same. Get words looks the same. So I'm guessing I have to call get words from someplace else because it doesn't like that one. Let's see. I bet there's probably another page in here someplace. Probably in a component. One of these probably has some words. This one's called flashing words nav. Home button, letter matcher, just import API. From utils slash API? Because I already got that one. It didn't give me anything when I tried calling it. API dot use queries dot call. Hmm. Let's take a gander at this utils/API, see what we're working with. Okay. Okay, there's a lot of nothing in here. Base URL. Create Turpic next. Jason will be back in a sec. All right. Transformer used for data deserialization from the server. Transformer super JSON as opposed to minor JSON. Links, logger link enabled, development down, API/TRPC. A set of type-safe React query hooks for your TRPC API. What is a TRPC API? TRPC API. Move fast and break nothing. End-to-end type-safe API is made easy. Experience the full power of TypeScript inference to boost productivity in your full-stack application. Huh, interesting. Batteries included. So you declare your procedures. Use a Zod validator. What's Zod? TypeScript first schema validation with static type inference. I don't know what any of that means. Create your HTTP server. Connect your client. trpc.greeting.query name John. So this will be like API dot something. Where was that greeting defined? Oh, I see. So it's within this router. Oh, I get it. So what I do is I do source server API routers app.ts. So it's one of these, I'm guessing. So we have a last word pair. Are there any other word? Is there some word nonsense going on? Last even number. Oh, I see. Last. That's something else. This is gonna be some other nonsense. Maybe I don't know what any of this is. Just got one for user, new user. Got these public procedure thing. No, that's a set user. Data. Oh, I see. So this stores with what how far they've gotten through the thing. So that's kind of fun. That's a type. That's a thing. These are things. Exercise props router. So this will be it. So the get random words within. So you'll call API dot procedure dot get random words or something like that. Split this. Source slash components slash word pairs dot to6. So then we can just call API dot get exercise props, and then let's see. So how are they using it in here? Then you just hand in things, trpc.greeting, links, HTTP batch link. How does this work? Router. I just heard noises. Jason, are you there?
Hello?
Hey!
Ah, there we go. Freaking cats, man. Okay. So,
am I like?
Sounds like
I mean,
you were getting pretty close from all the stuff.
Away. Fuck you. So I just don't know what to pass into this get exercise props to make it hand me random words. Unless I'm totally
Okay.
off base.
So just go up to let's make it a nah,
Wait, word pairs.
let's make a
I want word pairs.
yeah, let's go into word pairs and make a constant. We'll call it word pairs, or call it pairs or whatever.
This bad boy?
Yeah,
Const
pairs equals API dot and there should be one that says get random words.
There's no get random words.
Get exercise props.
Get exercise props. Whoa. Dot. Ah, I was so close. I would have had that.
Let's go with get random words first. Or yeah, pairs and then random words. My bad. We're gonna get two of them, words and pairs.
Get word pairs const random equals. Let's yoink this. Get random words.
Okay, so then we're gonna go dot use query after each of those.
Dot use query. Okay.
And then each of these is going to want an argument. That's going to be the number of words. And that's going to be inside of an object.
Wait, so where do I do this?
Inside of the arguments, use query as a function.
Okay.
So you can pass it an object.
Okay.
So let's just initialize that. There we go.
So I need a language. And later, I suppose that will be something.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, is it mad at me? What is it mad at me for? Oh, it really didn't like that.
It's just incomplete.
Fair enough. Property count is missing in type. Sign of type is not assignable type. Language. Oh, and then I need count. So I'll just do count.
It's colon. It's not equals.
Count will be, what was it, 16?
Mm-hmm. Well, that's just going to give us. It's actually going to be diff count. Because those are the ones that are going to be different.
I see. So we're doing a different. We're going to make a new one of these then.
Well, no, so the word pairs are the ones that are going to be different. So let's go diff count there.
Diff count.
And then it's considered good practice that if you're going to go off the line like that, you just push everything to a new line. Because you're getting kind of crowded and you're starting to line wrap.
You're talking like this?
Yeah, and then count goes to a new line as well.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Like
there
that.
You go. Like that.
I prefer the Rust way where you just do this all day long.
You can do that with JavaScript too.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that. Okay, so we got that one. We need this one as well. Number, language, max. Number, language, max. What does max mean on this?
The maximum number of letters.
Oh.
Let's just leave that blank for now. It's an option. It's optional.
Oh, it's optional? Fair enough.
It might style a little weird. Is it optional? Should be optional.
Max is not optional. And I know what optional looks like.
Oh, okay. Oh, I think I just have two different methods. Let's go 7.
7.
7's been the one that pretty much has worked all across the code base.
Okay. I put in this number 11. I feel like this probably isn't correct.
I would just go total minus diff count.
Total minus diff count. Of course, I never put total anywhere. Actually, I did.
Oh,
total cells.
Total cells.
Does it do the hoisting thing?
I think so.
It
nope.
didn't hoist. It didn't hoist.
Either way, it's good practice to define stuff at top.
Yeah, but when you got a feature like hoisting, you got to use it.
you and your evangelism of every single Go feature ever.
Oh, it's not a Go feature within a function. No, I'm trying to evangelize JavaScript features. I like to be ridiculous. If I'm gonna be funny and write code in JavaScript, I'm gonna be funny and write bad code in JavaScript.
Fair. Okay. And then let's break those out onto their own lines. So if we're gonna do the whole, if we do it once. Okay, so now your thing is going to yell at you.
Certainly. We all agree that it's going to yell. For the viewer, can you explain why it's going to yell at me?
Because this is an asynchronous call, it's going to evaluate the type as being possibly undefined. And that's just how it'll... No, it's not going to help. Because the function isn't async.
I didn't like that.
If only it was that easy.
Easy peasy. We just do random dot wait for it to happen dot get the value from the fulfilled promise. There we go.
No, what we're going to do is we're going to go work group dot. No, I wish. So, if only. So,
we don't have work groups. Is it capital W? I don't know what you're talking about. It's work group.
Okay, so because it can be undefined, we have to use a... Basically, you're going to use useEffect to wait for it. Okay. And then we're going to change it.
All right.
So here's a really common pattern. If not pairs, return.
Did I do that other part correctly?
Yes, you did. Except you didn't. Except what did you do wrong here?
What?
What did you do wrong here?
Don't give me that syntax nonsense. I'm just gonna be happy that I did that other thing.
You can also just make that a one-liner. Or not. No, you don't even need the brackets.
What?
You don't need the brackets if it's going to be a single.
I see, because
single statement.
Yeah. Okay.
I only like this pattern when it's an immediate breakout. So if not such and such break, if not such and such return, I hate it everywhere else because you might want to add to it. But in this case, you're not adding anything to it.
Thanks, Mo.
It's just breaking out.
Gets me. Successfully guessed correct. Thank you. I will take my praise.
Okay. So then we can make a use state that we can change with this.
Of course. So we'll do. Hold on a second.
Almost. What's its scope and can you change it?
I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Don't worry about it.
I suppose you could do that. Please don't.
Oh, that's right. We don't use var, do we?
Pretty much never. And it's also not mutable.
It's called var and it's immutable.
No, you const, not let, const.
Oh, it's const. Oh, yeah.
Because remember, this is
That's
a pointer.
right,
because
it's a pointer to a dynamic pointer.
Yeah, we don't want to mess with that.
What do we set as the initial value?
He's making an empty array.
I guess an empty array would make more sense than an empty object. And we'll do the same thing with good old random.
Set random 2.
Set random 2. So then, if not pairs, return. If not random, return.
And then we can just say set pairs 2.
And then we'll do pairs dot, what is there, like a get value or something?
Data.
Okay. Set random to random dot data.
And also make it pairs.data and random.data up top in the if statements.
Well, it's still mad at me. Set state action never? What? What does that mean?
Oh, you need to type it. Go up to them and not that one. So you need to make it a generic type. Go up to use state.
Yep.
No. Well, you're go back. Okay, so between the parenthesis and the use state, you're going to go greater than other side of it. Okay. Now you're going to say string array. String box. There you go.
All right, so we fixed random. Pairs is still mad at me.
Highlight the type of data for me. Oh. We're gonna have to destructure the type of it, aren't we? Crap. So you have the. So what you have to do is you have to make. Do you want me to walk you through this, or do you want to try and figure out how to make a type and destructure it using this?
I mean, I was kind of having fun when I was trying to figure this out on my own. I don't know if you were having fun.
I was yelling at my cat.
All right, so we were both having fun.
We were both having fun. Yeah, go ahead and see what you can figure out.
So I'm just gonna copy this out of here. I'm just gonna paste this bad boy up here.
Well, that type already exists.
Oh, well, that was
inside of
that
types.
was gonna be all the fun.
You still got to destructure it.
You know what? I don't want to do that now that it sounds like work.
Trying to remember. Do me a favor and go to util/validators.
All right. Tis.
Now just slash search for pairs.
Pairs not found. Pairs? Wait.
Word pair data. There we
This
go.
looks more like it. So this is exported, so I just need to import word pair data from...
That's not quite. Do me a favor and go to type. Now go to util/types. I'm trying to see if I already defined this type or not.
All right, so I'm in util... Wait, this is in validators. Search
So what validate is it's a Zod library, which is, or it's creates Zod validators, which creates. There we go.
Okay, so I just need to add in
Word pair type.
word pairs. All right. So then in
So now you're going to be getting an array of word pairs inside of set pairs. Not random. Random is strings.
yep, word pair. Ah, we got it. We did it, boys.
Okay. So now now you can just treat that pretty much like a ghost struct.
So we have pairs 2 and random 2. So if they're different, then we use a...
Arrays in JavaScript have a .pop method.
That is so helpful. Thank you. So if they're different, then we just do...
Const pair equals whatever you call that, or pairs2.pop. And then you can destructure it from there.
Wait, if different. Yeah, random 2 dot pop. What?
Okay, so go up before you return. Pair, const pair.
Const pair. Well, this
Equals
this
pairs 2 dot
this
pop.
one's for if they're different, so this should just be random ones, right?
No, because that one's going to be the same. It's just going to be the same number. If they're the same, we're just using a random word that we get. If they're going to be different, we are grabbing a designated word pair.
I see what you're saying. Yeah. So this is what I want to do down below.
Not quite, because remember, you got to get the... It's not... The dot pop, what that's going to do is it's going to pop one off of the array.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's correct.
We'll figure that out later.
Just say add string. Or there, just do the, remember the nullish coalescing? And just make it an empty string. There you go.
That wasn't it.
Oh, go up to your...
So I do...
No, go up to your, the type of your string. It's not the base level string. It's the class string. So just the lowercase string.
Okay.
The primitive types are lowercase. But like defined types are uppercase.
So the defined type uppercase string is a lowercase
It's a
string that could
class that you can
also.
inherit from,
Oh,
but it's not really meant to be used as a type. But it
okay.
technically can be because JavaScript doesn't really enforce stuff, but you really shouldn't.
Okay.
In a more fully functional object-oriented language, it would have been a what's the word I'm looking for here? Um, why can't I remember the name of a function that's only meant to be inherited from, or a class that's only meant to be inherited from? An abstract class. It would have been an abstract class.
So this one is going to be the one that's
I would
weird.
put the nullish inside of inside the brackets,
Inside of the brackets. Oh, in
like
here.
next to the yeah, and then a question mark next to the dots.
This side? This
Other
side.
side.
So this is making sure the primary word is there. And then if it's not, so the first question mark is making sure that. What happens if the primary word isn't there?
It's just an empty string.
Okay, so what happens if the pair isn't there? Which I assume is what that
Um,
first question mark is for.
it's just good. So then pair will just be undefined.
Okay.
So the one good thing about JavaScript, and it's kind of not a good thing because it makes it have to do a lot of stuff that slows it down under the hood. But if but it doesn't have null pointer exceptions really, unless you try to call something from something that's null.
Okay.
So if you index into an empty array and just set something equal to an empty element of an array, it's just undefined.
Yeah.
Kind of nice, but also kind of sucks for performance because it's got to deal with that.
Yeah. Huh.
Okay, so let's see what loads up now.
Oh boy. Bunch of empty squares. This game is a lot more fun than the other one. I win.
Oh, it's not refreshing. The DOM element isn't refreshing.
I thought use effect was supposed to do that.
It does. It changes the value,
Oh, sorry.
but
I
it
thought
needs.
use state was supposed to do that.
Go down to your cell.
Okay. Oh, you mean all the way down
Like,
here?
yeah. Okay, so that's what the issue is. Um, Should wait a minute. Go back up to where you're calling it again. Okay. So inside of your generate grid, let's wait, where did you call the API function?
Just freestyled it right here in word pairs.
Okay, no, so okay, cool. Go down below all of your defined functions right before the return.
Okay.
Okay, so instead of calling generate grid inside of there, We're just going to make a new variable and call it grid. And it's just going to be an empty array. Are you seeing what I'm thinking, kind of? Grid equals generate grid.
You didn't have to do that to me. I was having so much fun. Yeah, we need these above that.
Yeah, use effect generally goes right before the return.
Use effect goes right before the return. Did I mean generate grid? Sure. Cannot assign to grid because it's so now grid being constant is a problem.
Let's. And also let's make grid stateful. So use state grid.
Yep. Use state. Set grid is declared because instead of this, we need to do set grid.
Go back up to your set grid. Your grid. You forgot to do the array to structuring and const.
I would have had it. And const. Reload. That didn't fix it. That's broken. It's broken. It's mad. Let's get these all in the same place. Type element.
Oh yeah, you need to type your grid.
Yep.
There you go. Well, do me a favor and say JS. Oh, there we go. Now is it?
React.jsx.element is not assignable. React element.
Do me a favor and go back up to it and say JSX dot element.
All of its complaints are of the I don't care type. Still not working.
Go back down. Do me a favor and also print out pairs.data and random.data. Console.log and all that. Then let's take a look and make sure. Yeah, let's see if we're getting those things.
Raw query failed. Invalid argument. You have an error in your SQL syntax. Check the manual that corresponds to your MySQL Server version for the right syntax to use near ASC limit 10 at line 1.
How are you at at SQL.
Way better than I am at this.
Okay, so let's check. Let's see if we can figure out what my error is. So you're going to be going to sort slash. It's not going to be in the Prisma schema.
Dang it. I saw Prisma. I thought I'd go for it.
No, it's going to be in my API server slash API. Slash. I go back. Let me just find 1 second.
Is there?
I normally find this with Telescope. I don't remember the exact route.
Well, is there a keyword that appears in there? I still have
It's
other searching. What?
App. It's under app.tsx. Okay, source slash server slash API slash routers slash API.ts.
There's no API.ts. You mean app.ts?
App.ts, yeah.
Yeah.
So get word pairs.
Yes. Select star from word pair. Order by random. You don't want to do this. This is bad. This isn't how you do this. Let's see. You don't want to do select star. What's the you never want to do select star. Select star is bad. What are the actual fields?
Let me check that real quick. And Slick Star, I think, is correct because it works on speed test props up there, the one that I have.
No. The problem with select star is if you add, and this is going to be less important in this app, but if you add, what's it called? If you add columns later on, it'll break your existing code. So you never want to do select star in code. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So this just pains me to see it written out. Select star from word pair. Order by random. I don't know that that's how you want to do random.
That was word pair.
No, I'm talking about the random part. Order MySQL. Oh, it might just be order by rand. That's how people are saying to do it. Yeah. Rand limit, and then let's see. Prisma SQL query parameters. SQL template tag is what we want to use. Oh, this is right. Okay. So now that we've changed that to rand, I think we should be good.
All right, let's see that. Let's see that message.
So now we're getting back nothing instead of an error.
The
frick is going on here? It's moving too much.
Why are we getting nothing from the word pairs? What I wanted from the one that's not.
Well, let's see. Why is it moving somehow? How do I stop this? Where's the pause button? There's a pause button, isn't there? Is there no pause button? I could have sworn there was a pause button.
Just X out of it.
But I want my pause button. I swear there's a pause button. Is there like a
Clearly there's an infinite loop going on in the use effect.
Where's my pause button?
Can we go back to the code?
Certainly, but there's a pause button, and I want to find it.
There's an infinite loop in the use effect that I think we can find.
Yes. Source components word peers .tisics use effect on pairs and random. So of course we're setting it here, which isn't what we want to be doing. Because we set it, then it's going to change, and then it's going to call it again. So then we're going to set it again.
Oh. You want to make the dependency array the pairs.data and random.data.
Well, there we go. Now we got something. Each child in list should have unique key prop.
Oh, shut up.
But we're getting stuff. Guitar, guitar, diamond, diamond, noon, moon, flower, flat. Nothing showing up in here. Curious. So we're at least like getting stuff, which is good. Oh, there's no favicon.ico. Gotta fix that.
Okay. So it's waiting till the end of the function. It's not doing it immediately. So do me a favor.
Do what?
Go up to set pairs 2.
Set pairs 2.
Not in the use effect.
In the use effect. Yep.
Go over to the front, to the start of it, to the start of the parentheses.
These
I was going to tell you what to type, and then I'm going to explain what I'm doing. Not there. Inside. Open close parenthesis. Equals. Greater than. Do the same for random.data.
So now we are calling some sort of function.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, except this one's bad. What was the type of this? JSX.element? No.
Just say as, just at the very end of that, say as string array.
Whoa, look at that. Oh, no, it went away. We had it.
Huh?
We had it. Look at it.
What?
Oh, give it a second.
What?
Oh, look at that. We got it. Good work. Thanks for everyone for watching.
All right, sweet. Why is it waiting so damn long?
Who's to say? Also, my computer's trying to catch on fire right now. Still recovering from that infinite loop earlier.
Let's look at these errors one more time.
So we got our, should have a unique key prop.
We can ignore that one.
Yeah. So we got these bad boys that showed up eventually. What the heck?
Why is it doing that?
So as soon as I... Got a result here. It just doesn't want to do anything for a little while. So this is our good old get here. Good old post here. Probably shouldn't have shown that. Why is this thing so long? Doesn't matter. And then it shows up eventually, except for that one. Why does Ocean not do one?
Actually, go to the word pairs. That might have been my fault when I was entering stuff.
Go where?
In your console.
Okay. Random words. We want word pairs.
Yeah, see, Ocean,
Oh,
secondary.
Ocean doesn't have one. Yeah.
That was not bad.
No worries.
Just went into the database and fixed that real quick. Let's just give everything the key of UUID for now.
All right.
ID v4 for each one.
What is it? ID? Unique ID?
ID.
Is this ID? Is it capital ID?
No, it's lowercase ID.
ID equals. What's the
UUID v4.
capital U?
No.
UUID v4. Something like that. Except in one of these bad boys. That's why I wasn't getting completions. I'm not getting UUID. That's not built in, is it?
No, it's not.
Fantastic. Don't suppose you remember that off the top of your head.
Import voice UUID from quote UUID v4. It needs to be inside braces.
It needs to be inside braces. UUID from
quote UUID v4.
UUID v4. There we are. Type string is not assignable to number. That's not a problem.
Not two string.
That works. Oh, no. This is a problem. Here. There we go. Hey, look at that. Oh, nope, it's gone. Oh, it says use v4 from the UUID module instead. Oh, nope, it's not at me. Undo. We'll just have a little deprecation warning. That's not a problem.
Yeah, that's not the biggest deal.
What's it pitching out here? Type number. All right, what? But what? Why?
Why? Wait a minute. Oh, okay. So go back to the top of your cell.
Okay.
And make the words into use states. Just Just make a use state for first word, second word. Or into use refs, whichever. We'll start with use state.
Totally useless. Like this?
Mm-hmm.
Then what do I do with these bad
But
boys?
don't make them empty, just make them word one and word two.
Oh, okay.
And then pass them in your div down there on the bottom.
Yep. First word, second word. I'm not sure what we've accomplished here.
It's making them stateful, so if they change, but it's not
We're not changing
sensitive
them.
crap.
Yeah, we're generating them new.
Yeah, okay, undo that. Okay, so it's something to do with the why are the cells showing if they haven't been generated yet?
Because we get to the return. Oh,
Grid
you're
should
right.
be
So it shouldn't
empty
be doing
though.
anything. Yeah, you're right. And the grid is good old stateful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we don't set the grid until
Until we have actually do me a favor and get rid of the dot data from the return, or from the if parts pairs dot. Yeah, get rid of the dot data. Now leave that, but just take the dot data out.
it showed up and left.
Then just in the set pairs to say as string. Or as word pair.
So it shows up and then it goes away.
Which, what the hell? Why is it doing that? Get rid of the dot data from the dependency array.
Oh no.
Let's take a look at that. Let's see what that.
Infinite looped. My
Oh,
computer's crying. Pairs 2 is undefined. Why would pairs 2 be undefined?
scroll up on that. Oh, for crying out loud.
What?
Why? This is the fun of React, by the way.
I mean, this seems gross to me. I don't like any of this.
inside of the cell, just have give it a use effect on the change of its word one and word two, and then just print them out.
Okay.
You gotta stick those inside of an array.
Give me a second. You gotta let me. You gotta let me fail on my own terms. I was getting there. I just have a fun way of writing things. Console.log word one. Console.log.
Is that a function or an object?
What a function or an object? Of course, it's a function. Every time it pops up and I go, ah! And then it doesn't work anymore. Empty strings. Empty strings, empty strings. Oh, and then we got them. Let's empty strings again. Why are they empty strings again? I'm going to reload again.
Oh. Because every time we pop, it changes. The array changes every time that you pop off of it.
Great. Love to see it.
Side effects. You gotta love them.
Gotta love them. So we've just popped everything and they're gone now. This is fun. All right, so then...
Just make an incrementer and increment it every time and then call off the array.
Oh, I hate doing those. This is awful.
Is that a pretty solution? No, but it won't have a side effect.
I'd rather copy it. If I copy it, is it going to be a problem?
No, it won't.
All right.
Although you might,
This is wrong.
yeah, that's not gonna work. You gotta take it as an argument and then pass it to it before you generate it and make the copy inside the use effect.
Yes. This is gross.
A little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, I really don't like this.
Again, anyone in chat who has not done any dev work, this is what dev work is.
How do I specify what type these things are?
You had it. And then you just type in the type. So pairs is going to be a word pair array. There you go. Do a whole bunch of gross stuff and then suddenly it works. Oh, I see what you're doing. What?
Don't worry about it. It still doesn't work. Ah!
Dang it.
Oh, you love to see it. When you reload for half a second, it does work. Oh, that time it didn't. All right, let's try this again.
I got the Welsh coalescing on both of them.
What?
So let's see what happens when we just let them be null. What? What? Why?
This is the worst video game I've ever played.
What the heck? Why? Wait. Oh no. Hold on a second. It's not making a copy. It's not making. Hold on. When you make a copy, put dot 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 in front of it instead,
In front of it.
or after it. It's still having the same side effect. We can't use the dot pom method at all because you're not making a copy. You're not making a copy of it. It's arrays are always passed by reference in JavaScript.
If this is a loop, I'm gonna end the stream right now.
Okay, so I had it almost right. It did have to do with the unpack operator. Why is this so cursed?
We got it though. Whoops. So when you edit the file and save it, it works. But when you reload the page, it doesn't. It's beautiful. How do you randomize these bad boys?
I think there's a radot shuffle method or oh no, it's a sort and then you like pass it up. There's a one liner to do it. I just don't remember it off the top of my head.
Compare FN.
I swear there's a one liner function in it to do it. I used it in my Schulte table. Um, Wait, refresh it.
Refreshing doesn't work, silly. We have to edit it. It's still broken.
Okay. So after you set grid. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a freaking. When you have set grid, make that a function as well.
Like what a function as well.
Go down to set grid in the use effect.
Okay.
Just put a little function pointer in front of it.
But what you mean
No, in front of the generate grid. I'll explain it here in a second if it works.
that?
Yeah. Oh, that didn't work. Okay, so basically what that does is it makes it happen immediately. Um, when you pass a function in, it changes the way it's evaluated in the event loop to make it happen right then and there, as opposed to after the function has been after the function is finished.
The
That
randomizing
didn't work.
didn't work.
So
The randomizing didn't work either.
wait, the randomizing didn't work.
Yeah, this thing didn't do it. You love to see it. It's beautiful.
Yeah, it did. They're not all up top.
Different, 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 different,
Ah,
different,
crap, you're right.
different, different.
Hmm.
Same, 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 same. Wait, this one's different. They're going in this order. Nope. Maybe this random just isn't random enough. Not like there's any way to see.
Huh?
Never mind.
I think the handle click might need to be reevaluated.
What's wrong with the handle click? Among Us.
Okay. Oh man. Hmm.
Among Us.
Isn't the handle click only supposed to highlight if they are different?
Oh, we never put that logic in there.
Oh, fair. Okay.
No, 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 it's supposed to. I don't know why there's a use ref there though, but don't worry about it.
Is different dot current. If is different dot current.
All right, so that's broken.
Yeah.
Let me just implement a real quick fix here. There we go. So that's fixed. This is that senior engineer shit you learn after a long career. I tell you what.
Just make it an argument and don't make it a prop, or just make it an argument in the cell props and don't make us like evaluate it.
Make an argument in the cell props.
Add as a parameter in the cell props, and then just make it an argument that you pass into the function. It's got to be in the curlies.
I'm getting there.
You also have to add it to the type.
I haven't scrolled that far up.
Dog, you scrolled past it.
What are you? Oh yeah, that's right. Because you wanted it moved. Ugh. Ugh. Ridiculous.
Not everyone formats this. Not everyone does the same thing as Go.
Yeah. And for good reason.
Did you change the function? Did you change the? Didn't see you change the handle click function.
All right, you win this round. Go. This game is really easy. All you do is you just wait for it. Does it reload a third time? No. You just click all the squares, and then why did it change 3 times?
So whenever you're running in a local server, it's normal for the initial load to happen twice for like error checks and stuff. The third time I couldn't tell you.
All right. So have you had enough of this? Because I've had enough of this, and we've been going for 3 hours.
I've had enough of this. If you want, you can go ahead and commit this, and I'll see if I can figure out what the damn bug is.
All right. All these files good to go?
Yeah, just go ahead and you forked this, right?
No.
You didn't? Whatever. Yeah, go ahead and commit it to dev and all.
Oh, denied. Project Iris. I don't want origin. I want neat. And then I need to github.com/JasonBoyette/ Is it Boyet? Boyette?
Boyette.
Boyette. Have you considered pronouncing it Boyet?
People have, but that's phonetically incorrect for French. If it was one T, it would be Boyer.
You see, this is why I ask the questions, you know? This is the stuff I need to know. Push origin. Neat. Not origin. Push. Neat. Dev. That's what I meant to say. And I'll just throw open a pull request. Why not? There you go. So you have access to that. That's good.
Alrighty.
Good. All right then. So what do we accomplish? We got. I mean, this is basically all we need. We just need to fix it and then add in all the other stuff.
The other stuff isn't that bad, actually. No, it was tricky to implement, but it's one of those things with pretty much any backend code. It's hard to do, but once it's like just available, it's pretty easy to call.
Certainly.
At least if you do your job as a backend developer.
Certainly. So, you got anything you want to push? Anything you want to say to my viewers as we're about to leave?
Y'all should bug Nate to do more React so I can be back on and torture him some more.
All right, great. Jason's trying to get me to kill myself. Anyway, I won't be doing that. Tomorrow I'll be back writing some C code with Lucky, aka Irish Red Ales, in the chat. Otherwise, I put out a YouTube short and a TikTok. So I'm basically a Zoomer these days. So that's fun. I've always been a Zoomer, but now I get to be an extra Zoomer.
Oh, you should teach me some Go. Get me back for this React torture.
It's not going to be torture. It'll just be amazing. You're going to go, wow, a language
Joke's
so well thought out and beautiful.
Joke's on you. I love Go, but
yeah, exactly. Like, what's the point? And just a good experience. I'll get you on Rust. How about that? All you TypeScript people love Rust.
Honestly, I'm game.
All right, good stuff. Anyway, I'll be back tomorrow writing some C code. It'll go about as well as this, probably worse. Catch you guys on the flip.